Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker-Devani, and we are about to dive into the knife round between Envyus and Team Mouz. So let's get straight to it now, shall we? In case you guys are wondering why you should turn into this stream or this VOD as opposed to what you would find on the ESL official channels, the reason being is very simple. I am just a new guy on the block who's trying to make a name for himself, and I kind of bring this to you in an unprecedented format. This is match number 2 that we're getting into on Mirage. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to tune into match number 1 and get it casted for you guys. But, you know, here we are with map number 2. If you guys want a spoiler-free version of it, maybe check out the ESL official channel. All I can tell you is it went into double overtime. I don't know who won the double overtime. But it was very close between Mouz Sports and Team Envyus. The map was Inferno. Again, you guys will be able to find it on the ESL official channel, but thank you for tuning into this channel for the VOD and such. So, knife round just finished, and we're going to have Envyus on T side while we have Mouz Esports on CT. And it was just unanimous B play coming out from the CTs, except we do have one guy at middle sandbags. It looks like I can't identify right now as the bomb has just been planted. They're playing for the retake right now too, which is you know, very awkward position to be in right now if you're Mouz Esports. They were banking, I think, maybe on Team Envyus just straight up bum rushing bomb site B. There's been a bit of a spot there, and we've got some firefights being exchanged. Apex coming in through A main now, trying to get someone who was on the flank through A main, and he instead will be catching 2 who are already on site. That was just beautiful, really. Flank play coming in from Apex on our Envyus side. You know, the pistol round was very, I'd say, definitive, not strong, as in we see, you know, 5-0 in terms of manpower left, but I do want to say that it was actually quite pleasantly done by Team Envyus. Dennis gonna be playing off mid with a needle. I'm not sure if he actually hit his target at mid there. It was Happy. It looks as though he did. If not, he had a little bit of assistance coming from mid. That is to say, CT mid. But it's Speedy who's been spotted. Now he's rotating to a secondary position. He will be popping out with that deagle, however, and the blood is coming in. Mouz goes first blood, not too bad. Let's go around and a blind shot coming in from Nico. He's not gonna let this bomb site be taken that easily, and we've got a couple of players that can just be sneezed on and they're gone. There it is. I mean, Next comes in, gets the finishing one. NBK. So much for the pistol round victory coming in from Team Envyus. Now they're kind of like on the back foot here on this particular round, where we could be seeing Mouz Happy gets one. Can you get a second? He's finished off by Nico, so the answer is no. And now it's all on Devil, who's at bomb site A, all on his lonesome with an AK. If it's one thing that's working to his advantage right now, however, it's definitely the distance. Armor, well, I mean, good luck making armor work when you've only got 17 HP. I do like that clever move to just leave the squeaky open. It's not gonna say, oh, hey guys, I'm in squeaky, come looking for me. It's bait. No, instead it's kind of a mind game, if you will. They do see that it's open, obviously. You can hear 3 pairs of footsteps. Only 1, 2 SMGs there. Devil gets caught. I mean, Devil catches them, and now, do they have a kit? They don't, but I think that it's gonna get a little bit close, but they should have it. Nico running just in case. Wow. I was... Whew. That was something else. I was not expecting that to happen. I thought I actually had my in-game music settings set to where they would be in gameplay as well, but I guess they're not for some strange reason. So thereby I made an erroneous call. Team Envyus gets away with the second round. It was expensive, but they did get away with it. Nico does manage to salvage an AK, and that's more power to him. Especially if they can play this round the way they did last round. If he stays on top of that, he'll be amazing with it. But Apex, throwing some utilities up mid, will now be joining his comrades headed towards bomb site B. We've got a bit of a reluctant play coming in from Devil now, but Highway Chris J takes a little bit of heat and backs off. Dennis gets caught through the smoke just a little bit. They kind of figure out what he's on to. Pop flash coming out, and Deeg shot coming in, not quite hitting anything just yet. Happy's going to continue to duel with him for a while. And now, what happens but a Molotov getting tossed into bomb site B? We have to wonder about that, don't we? Happy one. Now pushing through mid. The CT side of bomb site B. This could actually be devastating if Mouse Sports aren't able to catch onto it. We've got the Envyus through, now pouring into the bomb site. Chris J will be the first casualty there. He had no room to work with. Kenny S will be getting the secondary, however, and Apex getting the refrag. That's bomb essentially planted there. And now with Nico going down, not able to utilize that AK, it's really not too much of an aid to the team. But for what it's worth, Envyus, yeah, they've got a lot of money for the third round, especially given the position that they were in previously. 5 AKs on this round, and wait, hold on. Okay, they're blowing the dough right now. So with that being said, if they lose this round, next one could be quasi-buy / eco, soft eco. We can see armor accompanying pistols. But that is assuming Mouz Esports win this one. They've got decent utilities as well, but much as everyone else on the Team Envyus side of things. And it's looking more and more like A execute there. And smoke going in, learning something from Luminosity Gaming. Gonna stack up another smoke. No, but that was a beautiful pop flash. NBK going in with 2 entry frags. That was just very nicely done. Unfortunately, he's unable to get the third as Dennis comes in and gets the refrag. Apex, however, he's kind of venturing a little bit out of position. This could work against them, but as I say that, looks like he wasn't headed towards mid at the right time. Not going to be catching Speedy there or Chris J for the time being. 2 players in A main. On quad, it looks like it's going to be Kenny S there. He'll be watching the bomb while the rest of the T's play CT hunting. He's almost ready to leave the bomb site. That's to say Kenny S. He's doing so now, and it looks like Mouz Esports, they're just, it's obvious by now, they're going to hold on to those weapons. They got 1 frag after the bomb was planted. And they say to themselves, alright, so, well, that's probably all we need, but a little bit ironic that we see Dennis taking 1 damage to his armor, to his Kevlar rather, and he doesn't take any damage to his HP. That being said, if he wants to buy a helmet, it's going to cost him a full $1,000 now. He's going to have to replace the Kevlar vest and his helmet. So, just kind of a slight detriment. Not amazing, but not the end of the world. When you're facing off against the T side anyway, helmet or no helmet, it typically doesn't matter when you've got whether or not. Jeez, I'm losing my train of thought. It doesn't really matter when you're facing off against the AKs. Let's put it that way. If you're going to be walling in a lot, getting shot through walls, then that can be a different affair. However. Nico gonna be rotating back towards mid. Not sure if he's going to find anything there now. Oh, but nice there. I mean, Apex just says, catch, hold this for me. And Chris J does just that while he gets lit up to the face. Apex didn't actually spot anyone on Heaven there, on A Heaven. Blocking, but that's NBK carrying his weight right now. Getting the 2 kills is going to help him out a lot. And Dennis gets 1 and 2. That's him re-carrying. But last but not least, we'll be seeing Apex getting his own double kill. This guy's been carrying. I mean, there's been rounds where he absolutely shines here. I can think of 3, and it really shows on the scoreboards as well. He's top fragger on his team, and there's really nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's something to be praised, obviously. I mean, it goes without saying, but holy sweet mother of gravy. It's been a long time since I've casted CSGO. Mouz Esports not getting such a hot start to this second map. And, ouch. Yeah, NBK gonna be getting an overzealous Dennis for the time being. Happy is now in vents, getting ready to drop into checkers. Spidey jumping down from Heaven onto site. This isn't gonna give them a whole lot of mobility. Just stay looking at it, looking for Aki. He does find him. Back to 4 versus 4, but they don't quite have that power utility just yet. Nico does manage to catch them on the rotate, however, to bomb site A, and that should be all the CT is headed there. But wait, what? They're not gonna start with that AK? Okay, next gets it. It looks like they might not be going for that retake.
Bomb has been planted.
They're at least turning this into an expensive round for Team Envyus, really. So. It's kind of good on them in that regards, but at the same time, this round will yield profit. Assuming that all of the frags that were made this round coming from Envyus were with an AK-47, we're talking about $900 on top of the bomb plant fees, bringing it to $1,200. And then when bomb detonates, that'll bring it to $1,750. So you put $1,200 on top of $1,750, or $17.5 thousand rather, and then that brings it to about $18,700. 3 players that need to rebuy full utilities, and you're talking about 12,000 plus 2,100. That brings us to $14,100. So that's all that's the debt that they're in for losing 3 guys, the T side of things. So Envyus doing fairly solidly, but here comes another rifle round from Mouz Esports, and this is they have to make this count, really. I mean, the longest or the biggest round or score gap, I should say, that I've seen teams hit on cash with the comeback would be 7-0. So every round, suffice it to say, becomes more and more critical for the underdogs right now. And it's difficult to say whether or not this was their choice of map, because really, ESL Pro League has a best of 2 format. Looking like the A execute is becoming more and more transparent. There it is. It looks like all 5 of them are just pouring through right now. A couple of them are hanging back right now. Dennis blind fires through the smoke, gets one, next getting a second, however. Very hot start to this round. And it may just be the tempo that Mouz is. However, Happy gonna... Heaven. I'm sorry, I was just out tabbing to check and see what is up. It looks like there was it's probably a webcam issue, not a microphone issue. I don't know why, but it randomly disconnects. Sorry about that. Chris J, however, getting one for his time, and NBK is the last man standing. I don't want it. They started in the pubs back in the day, but Nico does manage to take him down. Sizable amount of finances still remain on the T side, however. Obviously, Apex is going to have to make a drop for 1, maybe 2 of his teammates. But when there is no AK being dropped, we're also talking about things like Tech 9's coming into play as well. Full-blown utilities, I love it coming from the Team Envyus side of things. They're getting rid of the frags and they're just putting the Molotovs in their hands, and that's completely respectable decision. They're saying to themselves, okay, well, CTs are going to be in defensive positions. They just want a round, and they're going to have rifles. So they're going to be fully equipped as well, if not close to it. So what we need to do is we need to take them out of their comfort zone, and that's what the Molotov is designed to do. Devil, I'm going to find one. I don't think he knows about Toxic Pocket over there, where we have Speedy. Pops out, keeps his patience, and sprays 2 down. Speedy capitalizes on this moment to get the bomb dropped. Beautiful play. Gives also the man advantage to Mouz Esports. They bring it back to 2 versus 4. Speedy, however, does get refragged by Happy. He's now headed towards that bomb. Mouz Esports did not choose to lock it down at that moment. And now bomb site B belongs to them. I'm a little bit perplexed by this decision. Of course, at the moment, we did see that Dennis and Nico were at mid. So now they're trying to figure out what kind of direction what kind of execute they're going to take for the retake. And it looks like it's already been announced. 1 vent, 1 CT entrance, possibly heaven. And finally, I love this move by Dennis. Using their own weapons against them, the Molotov. Not an incendiary, a Molotov. This is different. They don't achieve the same thing, but he comes in with a spray through the wall, and that is a double kill for him by the end of the round. Mouz Esports staying calm, collected, and bringing it back to their favor and fervor in some regards. I don't think there can be any valid drops made for our odd man out economically, that is to say NBK. He's down to about 3350 in terms of bank. So what I mean to say here is this is Team Envyus going in with forced buy, because if they don't do it on this round, well, they're going to be stuck in a very economically difficult position next round. Toting that AK-47 Jaguar skin, Apex is just lurking on the other side of A-main smoke. Kenny S, I'm not sure what on earth is happening here. Perhaps his sensor died on his mouse. We'll know if there's a pause called in next round, but I don't think that's the case. Mid control has been established for Team Envyus, and it looks like they might be slowly rotating back towards bomb site B. And of course, one thing that is characteristic of all bomb sites is that the angles when you get inside of them become very close quarters in nature. So those pistols that we have coming from Team Envyus, they're of course going to excel at those locations. Opening frag coming in from Happy 1. Next already taken down. It's going to be flashbang. Works against Chris J a little bit. He does manage to get 1 refrag, 2 refrags. Looking for 3. We do see Speedy go in and immediately double takes him down. Nico coming in from heaven. Molotov might not let him enter, however, and these are kind of low HPTs. Bombs planted. But I mean, the amount of time that's remaining on the retake is more than adequate to work. Dennis jumping up, gonna immediately knock off the head of Happy. And yes, waiting on the other side of vents. He's only got 12 HP. Couple of bullets in the right spot are good, but it looks like it'll be Dennis having the other say, or the last word on that regards, and that's the 3rd round in a row now for Mouz Esports. So, getting the bomb planted, we're gonna see something of a buy, perhaps. You know, we could probably see 3 Galils come in from Team Envyus, as along with armors. If not, we can see some Tech 9s, or maybe just some kind of a quasi-buy, because the money here is not really too hot. It's not for an optimal, there we go, quasi-buy. It's not for an optimal, what's the word I'm looking for, execute setup. They do have a little bit in the way of utilities as well. They know what their budgets are. And I think in some ways, okay, 4th round in a row. If they lose this one, 2,900. I'd say NBK is really the only one in a dangerous position. I wonder if that was a misbuy in the AK, but it's his call, really. It could be that they're trying to play picks, throw in the right utilities. He goes in with the AK and gets the damage done, but that's him on Toxic Girls, who is it? It's gonna be, oh my god, Dennis getting a triple kill. Next steals one from him, however, in the background. And what? Chris J just, he straight out scopes through smoke. I guess what happened there was when Dennis went down, he said, hey guys, aim main, aim main. And then Chris J is just like, okay, I'll just aim in that direction. Bam, and takes him down. Got the job done, and now the bank is building for Mouz Esports. Team Envyus, if they lose this one without a bomb plant, they're getting 3,400. With a bomb plant, it will be 4,200. I'm sorry, 3,400 they'll get with a bomb plant. Without a bomb plant, it'll be 3,200. With, God, 3,400 with bomb plant, 4,200 with bomb plant. If they lose this, it takes forever for me to pull this together. I'm dyslexic. And my math skills are terrible, guys. I do apologize. I do like this boost move. When your typical strategies aren't working, try something new. And this is definitely a charge to make. Devil getting the opening frag, however. Kind of, in some ways, I guess you could say a slanted entry frag. Looking for that moment to enter into bomb site B. They're going at it very quickly. Devil actually loses a lot of HP in that position. And I'm not sure. Forget about it. That's not important. Chris taking some refrag. It's going to be Speedy getting Apex's head. Next coming in and taking down NBK. And that is bomb site B belonging to the CT. Dennis gets one and Next gets his double kill. Also salvages an op for a teammate. Most likely Chris J. Look at that. $13,050. Does indeed drop it for him. And he is going to be traded for an M4. It looks like, no. Wait. Nico most likely dropped that for him, I think. No, God. Okay, let's Breaker, just stop. Breaker, just stop. Whatever. He got the weapon. That's the important part. And Team Envyus are now going in with quasi-buy armor, nades, and upgraded pistols. Chris J getting the opening frag. He sees it in checkers. He should know there's more coming. He should be the spotting man there. Next coming in, however, from Evan. He's got the M4 in hand. Does get the bomb dropped. And now it's 3 versus 3. Happy. He's waiting for that. There it is. The flank. He got it. So back to 3 versus 2. 1 M4 in the hands of NBK. He does have a rifle to work with. And so does Happy now. This just became a little bit more difficult. considerably more difficult, especially with Chris J getting his hands dirty with the 5-7, but Nico does keep him covered with that double kill towards the end of things. Exploited the positioning quite well. Happy, once he got that frag, he revealed his position. They're like, guys, if you want to retake that, you got to go for it now, at this very moment, because he's in vents. Or he's headed towards vents, basically. And they capitalize on that moment just infinitely well. Yes, on paper it was 2 versus 3, but the positioning turned it into a 2 versus 2. So they had what they needed and they worked with it. And Team Envyus was low on utilities, and that's 6 rounds in a row now for Mouz Esports. Money is not quite ideal, but at the same time, I mean, they've been doing what they could to break the winning streak of Team Envyus, and they've basically shut down their economy in many regards. In fact, I would say that maybe one of the things that could work against Team Envyus right now the most is if they were to win this round and then lose the next one. But speaking of working against, wow. Oh, wait. Well, Nico gets 1, and Kenny gets the refract. 1 for 1. Trade. But we can see that the rest of the Envyus lineup is kind of at mid. Now joining Kenny S at A main, but it looks like they might not be all that eager to dive into it. Now next, just right outside of A main, he's headed back towards what? Is your question? A. Let's just say red crate, put it that. He's on site. 30 seconds remain. He's have to make their move. It's actually a flank coming in from who there, but NBK. He's kind of getting the vision there. And Happy's being fired on blindly through smoke. Now next is just going to be backing out of there, firing towards forklift. 2 versus 3. The plant has to be made, and it goes. Here it is. Big frag coming in from Devil. He gets him, but he also reveals his position at that moment. Question is, are the CTs going to play for retake? Or are they just going to try and hang on to this round? I mean, that they've got an AWP on hand. If Chris J loses that, that's you know, 47-50. They're not getting back. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Speedy gets 1. Only moments to work with remain. Happy gets fragged, and that is the defuse with the kit. So this round should be in the hands of Mouz Esports, right? Okay. But Team Envyus with enough money for the full rebuy, considering they, you know, the lowest, how do I say this? Lowest economically was on Envyus last round was probably at I think 1,700. So you just add 4,200 to that, and then you've got the full buy coming out. But this is kind of a dogpile. I wouldn't say absolutely, positively, 100% one-sided, but it's just not, there's no pendulum swinging, if you will. And what I mean by that is we don't see a shift in momentum from one side to the other. At least not yet. And Chris J, I mean, with that AWP, he's been working with it fantastically. In many ways, he's also making himself into the team thing. Big play coming in from Dennis, however. Can he get himself a third? But Apex, he says, if I go down, I'll go down swinging, bro. 6 HP. That is going to be Dennis getting his triple. A little bit of friendly fire, but says to Nico, hey man, just, you know, cool it a little bit. Sorry, that wasn't Nico who shot him. It was most likely Speedy there, I think. Or next. A site belongs to the CTs, obviously. And looks like NBK and Happy are going to hold on to their weapons for the final round of the first half. Although I wouldn't fault them for trying here. Maybe. Yeah. Looks like Happy's just going to try and get some frags here. He doesn't... Oh, he should know now. There it is. Friendly fire. Yeah, it was Speedy who caused the friendly fire. He's going to find next. He's looking for someone else for his time as well. Grabs the bomb. Nearly. Has it now. He's going to continue with the A play. On quad, it's going to be Speedy. And from highway, it's Chris J. They just have to... There it is. He tries for it. I mean, like, realistically speaking, there wasn't too much you could hope for there going in with only 10 seconds. It was a little bit slow overall. But right now, Team Envyus, I guess the best I can hope to do is take the last round of the first half. Just, not every day you see this kind of play. What I mean to say rather is, you know, Team Envyus taking 6 rounds in a row and then Mouz Esports taking 8 in a row. Potentially 9 here as we go into the final round of the first half. Kenny S along with Apex heading towards bomb site A from highway. Do they really want to commit to this? I don't see any big flanks coming in, but they do get the opening frag of the round. Chris J. Oh, there it is. They walled him too. It was a hell of a flick, but he still got the wall in, and Kenny S coming in from the refrag. 4 versus 2. It looks like they may very well just take the final round of the first half. Apex does get Nico. Last man standing. It's going to be Dennis. Running and reloading. Desperate position. He does hear the bomb planting. Throws that pop flash in. Works against himself, and that is going to end the first half. And gives now, I mean, Mouz took, there it is, on CT side, 8 rounds. I'm sorry, on CT side rather. Mouz Esports took 7, and Envyus took 8 on T side. So really, although it's a little bit wacky, it's a little bit balanced for both sides. So right now what's happening, in case you guys don't know, is we're in the middle of a warm-up round. And I'm going to bring it back to my webcam and hope it's still working. Alright, it is. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to just pause things real quickly on the YouTube recording, and then we will dive into the next round as soon as the players are ready to go. So don't go away. We actually didn't have to wait too long. I actually paused it at the same time that it resumed. I do apologize. But now diving into the pistol round of the second half. Looks like it could be, okay, this really feels like B main for the execute, but lots of pressure on A. We have a unanimous push coming in from the Envyus side of things. They're just going straight up LG aggressive style in this one, and it works because NBK gets the opening frag of the round, and everyone says, okay, let's go to bomb site B. If they can do this cleanly, they could probably get away with fragging Happy and then taking the site, but 4 versus 5, not too terribly bad as long as you can chokehold them fairly well. Okay, well, that's, I mean, Mouz Esports doing their work. Nico and Next carrying their weight. I believe it was Nico who got away with a double there, if not nearly a double. But the trade's obviously in favor of Mouz. And Speedy, he's holding off Happy right now at a very nice position. I'm sorry, not Happy, but NBK. Happy's in heaven. Once he drops down, he'll make noise. He was spotted already by Dennis. Opening fire, and NBK takes down Speedy, but they're going for the retake on this right now. NBK coming in to assist Happy, and that, oh man, 1 versus 2. Whoa! NBK stealing things out with the 4K. Is there enough time for the defuse? I don't think so, but nonetheless, we will be seeing the CTs trying.
Terrorists win.
NBK, hell of a play, but just wasn't enough, unfortunately, for Team Envyus. So this gives Mouz Esports a leg up on the second half, really. But hey, let's not count them down and out of this just yet, because when they were on the CT side, they did manage to take down Team Envyus after they had won the pistol round. We'll be seeing who this works out for. Very heavy A stack coming out from Team Envyus right now because, well, on the defensive side of things, but the T's are also poking around for information, and Apex gets a little bit of it at mid. The question is, did he spot 1 or 2 players? And Kenny S comes out on top against Nico. He's going to tell his teammate to go grab the AK. And with that being said, I think with the information that they've got, they're just thinking to themselves, all right, well, let's go for bomb site B and see what we get there. MBK, it's the opening frag. Like, this is looking a lot like the second round of the first half. Indeed, now it's 1 versus 2. Speedy is the last man standing. Chris J carries his way with 3 kills. It's all about when you get into the bomb sites. Like, there's an obvious reason why this didn't happen at mid. And the simple fact of the matter is those pistols don't do so much damage up close. But Speedy now in a 1 versus 2 situation. He does have 4 targets too, but whoa! He pulls, I mean, inconvenient lineup there coming in from Apex and Devil. You have to wonder why they didn't take separate routes headed into bomb site B. But again, this is an expensive win coming off for Mouz Sports. Just like it was in the second round of the first half for Team Envyus when they did manage to pull out that win. The main difference is that they didn't win by detonation like they did on the pistol round of the second half for Mouz Sports is what I mean here. A couple of clutch near defuses, but yeah. Trying to work with Max pushing there. Next gets a double kill, however, and he makes that, you know, he's already made enough money to purchase that AK, or not AK, Max 7, Max 7, God, Mac 10 back. Execute right now, they're in vents. Bomb coming from mid, and Speedy just takes down Happy. The T's working together to hunt down the CTs right now, and this is looking absolutely savage now. Whoa, Nico with that shot. That was a clean one shot. And if it was the last round of the first half, or last round of the second half, in other words, match point, he wouldn't have fired another bullet there. It just would have been a single bullet going to the head of our last Envyus player. Whew. Incendiary tossed onto top mid, and it looks like that is the last incendiary on the team. Understandable choice, however, you don't want to give them control of top mid with a simple boost. If they get an AWP up there, it can be very difficult to hold, really. Dennis working his way up mid. Not quite going for it just yet, of course. He does. There's got to be someone on the other side of that. Someone threw smoke at it, and it didn't say fire in the hole for his team. Anti-entry line up, and it looks like Devil is only able to get 1.5 this time. Next, left with 20 HP, a very nasty scar for winning a duel and avenging his teammate. A very nice trade coming in from Devil. Quite favorable to the CTs, but the question is, can they hold now? 2 versus 4 at bomb site A. Crossfire's got to be absolutely adequate here. It's going to be Happy getting one. Immediately traded by Speedy rather, excuse me. Nico does get one first time, and it looks like it's gonna be next, getting the rotate in from Highway. And Kenny has very nicely done. And this is the first rifle round coming in from Envyus. The next one we'll see is round after this one if Apex is unable to pull off a sick clutch. 12 HP remains on Nico next with 20. Jumps, spots his target. That's one. He's got to find the second. Does get it. Can he get the third? 7 bullets in that last M4 clip. Gonna fake it. But he's making all the noise. Speedy can hear it, and that is gonna be Speedy. You know, getting the win, an expensive win, but a win is a win. Be it by an inch or a mile. So congratulations to Mouz Esports for their, I don't know how many rounds in a row now, 5? They started at 8, so if they won 4, that brings it to 12. Yeah, 4 in a row now. But again, it's showing right now just how much effort Mouz Esports have to put in for every win. You see that economically. Push up mid coming in from now Team Envyus. Looks like it's going to be Apex there. And definitely Kenny down trying to get Happy there to accompany him. He's coming in for the flank. Apex gets one. Although this gets downright dirty and nasty, it's not looking like, I don't know, NBK is going to need some miracle bullets here to really connect with his targets. Speedy there at 11 HP. Picks up the bomb. Heads back towards bomb site B. Or does he? Just checking every corner before he goes to A. Right now, NBK, he can hear... He heard the footsteps and they heard his. Not taking any chances. Not even wanting to hunt down, ET down. They go straight to bomb site B while Nico is the one who sticks it out at A main. And that looks like it's been one of the first big profit-turning rounds for Mouz Esports. You must bear in mind that although they've won 5 rounds in a row now, the money isn't really where it should be. It's kind of a little bit like Team Envyus and where they were. Fire coming in here. Next with its target, however. Next looking for someone up mid. But alas, will settle for nothing. Blind fire through. Oh my god. And Happy gets Nico down to 24 HP. Not bad for a few bullets. Blind fired through Squeaky. He's going to continue to watch A main. Happy will. And right now, it seems as though there's a little bit of hesitation on Mouz Esports. Just a little bit, but we do have Speedy working his way into checkers, if I'm hearing this correctly. It's giving it the air that that's what he's trying to play for. Smoking his own Molotov Apex will be rather incendiary. Not sure what he is doing here. He's gonna toss a frag. Will it hit the right spot? Nah. Doesn't even touch Nico there. There's B execute coming in from checkers. It's gonna be Nico with only 24 HP. Gets taken down to 2 by his target. Happy gets the refrag. Looking for a second. I don't know if Dennis saw his target. No, he went straight by that. I mean, Chris J shuts down the James Bond shenanigans, but, you know, at the same time, that's the way it is. He managed to get past 2 pairs of eyes. Last man standing is NBK, and I gotta tell you right now, if Envyus is gonna call a tactical timeout, it's gotta be soon. It has to be. What happens now is a very good question to ask. Dennis will finally find NBK, but it costs him a lot in the way of HP. Detonation, will it get him? No. Saved by the bell. Saved by the bell. I want to thank Rush for observing this as well. I mean, he's a very good observer, to say the very least. Looks like very heavily so an AXP coming up. But as I say that, the bomb carrier does rotate. Kenny S makes the opening frag of the round onto next. Not too bad of a start. If there's any way to make a comeback, it's through this. Really. There was a refrag happening there. Happy was taken down. Devil gets one. Immediately running back. Might be ready to turn that corner again to see if he can get more. And it's looking like these guys are being chased into bomb site A now. But they also, that bit of information tells them that if there's any time to go for it, it's now. Because that means there's less manpower committed directly to bomb site A. Switching to Tech 9. NBK, however, does actually get 2. Nico was on the Tech 9. And Kenny S gets his own. Like, oh. Not too terribly bad. But unfortunately, Mouz Esports should have enough money for a full buy on this round. And salvaging a lot of AKs, we will be seeing rather Team Envyus coming back on this round and doing their best. No AWPs, only utilities and rifles, and as well as nearly blind fire. Dennis will be going and getting nearly 2 targets. Taken down to 4 HP himself, however, he's gonna back off of that. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Okay, well, next just says, bro, you got in my way. That was a little bit awkward, but you still deal with it. Apex along with Kenny S now on bomb site B, and it's Molotov tossed into checkers. No one moving. That should give a little bit of information to Mouz Esports as to what they can expect from bomb site B if they were to go there. BK does gut, however, Nico, and brings it back to 4 versus 3 with a very strong advantage, fairly strong advantage to CTs. BK, however, he's by white truck. He's ready to. Oh my god, they're just lining up right now. What is Russ doing? Smoke through smoke. We will be seeing NBK getting one more to his name, so he's carried his weight. He's paid his dues. 2 versus 3. Bomb's got to get planted sometime, right? Chris J, however, does get a refrag. They know his position. That is Speedy coming in and carrying him. He's going to watch main. Finally. Whoa. Gets Apex out of the game. This is turning very one-sided. Team Envyus finally get a round on the board for themselves, and now they're forced to play for overtime. Not too much money in the bank either. Well, this might actually work for them. We'll find out soon enough. Looking like an A execute, but at the same time, the bomb has been dropped for the time being. That being said, there's plenty of time for Team Envyus to do something here, but the question is what? Or rather, Team Mouz Esports, rather. They're just poking around for more information. They're like, okay, well, the Molotov doesn't reveal anyone. In fact, NBK gets a frag there. One of the only 2 players with a rifle on the team. The rest of the players our French team do have 5.7s, excuse me. Oh no, caught with a knife out. Happy's gonna abuse Speedy there immediately with the AK in his hands. Just off of a single drop. Wait. Okay, never mind. I thought I was looking at something wrong. But Dennis getting a refrag for his own time. And now it's looking like... Sorry about that. Auto Observer went a little bit lazy. Dennis gets one. Apex is on bomb site B. It's all on Happy now. He hears the footsteps. He knows where they are. Another smoke. Just going to keep him from poking through Squeaky. Like, there's not a whole lot of mobility to work with here either. He's the last man. 1 versus 3. He's got to make it happen. Has to. Dennis has the 4K, or rather 3K. He could get a 4th, but it's just going to be Chris firing through smoke immediately, and that is going to be map number 2 going to Mouz Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Benjamin Breaker Novotny. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with our next match very shortly. Don't you guys go away.